How's your walk, guys? I want to talk to you about your walk with Yahusha today. Did you know that you can't have a successful walk of overcoming the evil within us, or any walk really with Yahusha, unless you're connected to him and he lives in another dimension? So how are you going to connect with that dimension? You need to find the portal doorway. Do you know that Yahusha is the door? He called himself the door. Now, we never really understood it like that, did we? He was the door to what? You've got to go through a doorway. What for? Into the kingdom, into the reign, into heaven, all these words we've used in the past. Where are those things, though? Oh, it's up in the sky somewhere. No. The reign. Where is the reign? Where is his kingdom? Where is his domain? Where is his dimension? Where is it? It's in you got to go through the portal. Have you found the portal? Did you know there is a portal? A bridge between dimensions. A portal doorway. Yahusha is that doorway. Yeah. So we need to find that. I want to talk to you about your path today, because it's all about finding this portal and connecting with Yahusha so that you can walk with him. That's the whole point of walk today. Walk means the way. Also means the rod for chastising, germinating as well. All this idea reminds us of many things in our walk. It's all about our walk. What is our walk? It's behaviour, obviously, isn't it? But how do we do it? How do we really successfully walk with Yahusha and know him? Yahusha tells us he wants to walk with his people. The only problem is we are unclean and need to be clean to walk with him in a real relationship, because the whole world is under the power of 𝗪𝗓𝗓 and is therefore unclean and cannot communicate with Yahusha. Disconnected. He can't be around anything evil or unclean because he is set apart. You know, his dimension is set apart from ours, and you can't connect with him unless you are set apart like he is set apart. Yahusha used to meet Adam and walk with him in 𝗙𝗧 in the cool of the day in the Garden of Eden. This was the favourite thing for Yahusha. Did you know that? This was his favourite thing to do, to be connected with us, with Adam and 𝗙𝗧. This was his favourite thing for Yahusha because he loved them so much. He loved them so much. Yahusha joined a portal, an arch. If you look up the Hebrew words for these things, it's like an arch. A doorway, a portal, an arch. We've seen enough movies in the 21st century now and TV shows to know that the world's obsessed with dimensions, trying to find another dimension that's right here, but in another dimension, like it's Stargate, see the arch. So, where are we up to? Yahusha joined a portal arch between the garden and the dimension of his presence. Connected a portal, a doorway, an arch between the dimensions, between the garden and the dimension of his presence. Adam and 𝗙𝗧 could see right into the dimension of where Yahusha lived. They could see right into the dimension of where Yahusha lived. All the interdimensional creatures and the messengers, and they would have been able to see, talk to them as well. Imagine the conversations. When the ones who Yahusha loved were disobedient, that portal was closed off with the garden. There was no more access to the tree of life, bringing death and uncleanness into the realm of earth. There are many scriptures telling us that the Father wants to walk with his sons and daughters because he loves them so very much. Don't lose sight of that. When you study, when you read things, when you're listening to thoughts all day, every day, a lot of them pounding you with, attack. There's a big attack on us because of this. I'm going to get to that. Big attack. We lose sight of how much Yahusha loves us. That's what this all is about. His love. That's what he's doing this for. So don't lose sight of that, guys. He loves you so much. It's why he's embarked on this process of deliverance for 6,000 years now, to deliver his bride, So he wants to walk with his sons and daughters again because he loves them so very much. Through the generations, some were obedient to the instructions of Yahusha and many were not, bringing upon themselves the punishment of disobedience, which was death and non-existence. so they didn't make it into eternity. Yahusha devised an elaborate plan for his people that were under slavery in Egypt to bring them out and open another portal where he could walk and talk with his people whom he loved. Isn't this exciting? The whole purpose of bringing them out of Egypt was so he could open another portal and connect with them, just like he did in the garden. So bring them out, open another portal where he could walk and talk with his people whom he loved. Yahusha did this through an elaborate sacrificial system of certain types of beasts, where their blood was the substitute for their own uncleanliness and would atone for their disobedience and bring forgiveness from Yahusha, so that he could walk with his people because he loves them so very much. He loves us so very much. All this time, 𝗪𝗓𝗓 has been working against the Father's love to close the portal of Yahusha and to destroy the temple. This is when the Father sent his own Son, Yahusha, to shed his blood to open a portal and keep it open. So then Yahusha came himself to open the portal and keep it open. So he shed his own blood to open a portal and keep it open until the time that all those chosen for eternity are in through the portal. Isn't this amazing? What about the lingo, the dialogue? I love it. It's also sci-fi and relevant to us in the 21st century, isn't it? But it's true. They wouldn't have called it all this back then when they saw it, but that's exactly what it was. A bridge, an arch, a portal, doorway. They had direct access, through the dimensions. And then, of course, they disobeyed and it was cut off, closed. So then he delivered them from Egypt to do it again. And through the sacrificial system, he showed them in a very primitive way how he could connect with them. And then, of course, 𝗪𝗓𝗓's in there trying to bring disobedience and evil, because he knows that that's what will shut the doorway. Disobedience and evil and unbelief, and taking the worship off Yahusha and onto him, so that Yahusha has to leave because it's unclean, it's wicked. So then Yahusha came himself, opened the doorway again with his own blood. Isn't this phenomenal? So Yahusha taught us that our bodies are now the temple. If we repent and immerse into the name of Yahusha Mashiach, a portal will open for us. That portal will open for us. We are the living dwelling place, and that portal opens for us. We connect with the Father and the Son, the Mashiach within. In our heart, there's a portal, doorway open. Yahusha said, I am the door. Yahusha said that. Isn't that amazing? Yahusha said that, I am the door. Then we will receive the promised gift of the 𝗬𝗓𝗪𝗏, which is the light of this world. We can then walk in the light with Yahusha as his bride, because he loves us so very much. We can forge our relationship with our love to the depths of creation. I love reading this sort of thing. It's just so beautiful. It shows me how Yahusha feels. When we're in our day, who else really feels like that about you? Who else feels like that about me? Who would go to look at the depths of creation? The relationship can be forged. Who is that passionate and died to open a portal with you like him? Anybody? You think of anybody in your day? Oh, people love us and people hate us and people attack us and people depend on us and people this and people that. But no one like Yahusha. Who has gone out of their way to sacrifice themselves on the altar for you, so that a portal could be opened. Now look at Enoch. He impressed Yahusha so much, a portal opened and Yahusha took him. So, all these men that had these relationships with Yahusha through the scriptures, they had a portal doorway open to them. Musha, what about Musha up on this glowing? Completely glowing. So, this is phenomenal, guys. This portal doorway is open to you if you've been immersed in the name of Yahusha and you've repented and called out his name, Yahusha. Repented, you've been grafted into Yisrael, a new commonwealth of Yisrael. And that's the only blood covenant he's ever made in this earth, with Yisrael. He's brought 12 tribes of Yisrael. And we get grafted into that company of people. So a portal doorway can open to us. This whole portal talk is just blowing my brains out, because that's the connection we have within inside ourselves. Within the tabernacle, there was the incense, the communication, to communicate with the Ark of the Blood Covenant. Well, that communication is now in our hearts. We can connect, come boldly into the throne room, he says, through the blood of Mashiach. We have direct access into the throne room of Yahusha. So, are you having that? Are you forging this relationship, guys? Are you having this relationship that's legally yours? You are legally entitled to this relationship, because legally the price was paid for you and you now belong to him. You have power over evil. The evil within you anyway. You don't have power over evil out there. Yahusha has that power, but the power within us to say, no, I don't want to behave in that way, because it breaks the heart of my bridegroom, you know. Really love you guys. Just grasp the doorway. A supernatural doorway is open for you, because you've been covered in his blood and water. If you've taken those steps, forge your relationship and have him and go there. Love you guys. We're back soon. See you later.